imani yote yawezekana, kwa imani yote yawezekana.
This is seriously intense here, and there are girls that have been through things that I can't even imagine. Sharon, who's just with me, is 11 years old. She has a fistula because when she was 9, she was being raped by her stepfather. And she came to gyno care and was surgically repaired and went home and returned shortly after, again with injuries. And that time her mom said she's not safe at home. So she stayed here. And she's not an exception, she's not a crazy example. She is a regular girl and a regular story here. And it's sad, but it's also pretty amazing that she's doing well.
So Beyond Fistula takes these women who are obstetric fistula survivors, and after these women have been put back together physically, Beyond Fistula helps put them back together mentally. They teach them a trade, a skill. They help them go back to school so that these women can go back out into the world and be financially independent. So they don't have to get back. So they don't have to get married off again. So they have more value than just getting married and producing children. Not to negate completely the problems that some of my peers might go through, because they have their own struggles as well and everyone is different, but I just want to share with them that if there are women halfway across the world who have endured an obstetric fistula, who have endured circumcision or abuse, who can still somehow pick themselves up and go on to accomplish great things, then to my friends, these are definitely first world problems and you can do the same.
When Nivea was 10 years old, she was sitting in her house and a man entered and raped her. And she was too scared to tell anyone. She didn't think anyone would believe her. He also threatened her. He told her, like, if she would tell anyone, he would hurt her. So she kept it a secret for so long. And when she was pregnant, she had to tell her parents. And her parents told the police, but the guy ran away, so they could never find him. So she had to live. She was pregnant, and then when she gave birth, she had a fistula. The baby did not survive. And living with a fistula is so difficult, especially at such a young age. You're in a classroom with all the kids, and they're so disgusted by you. They don't see you as a human. They just smell you. They don't want to be around you. They throw things at you. They treat you like you're nothing, like you're garbage. And this is how Nivea and many of these women felt throughout their entire lives until they finally got repaired and came to Beyond Fistula and got educated and now is like making a life out of themselves. Nivea is now studying business and her future is so bright. She is so excited to be alive and be here and studying.
Okay, at times I just think that by then at times I think that I should kill myself so that I don't live anymore. Because, okay, in the community you are the only one person having fistula.
Many of these women have told us that they wanted to commit suicide multiple times, and because of this organization, they are alive and they are happy and they are living their lives and succeeding.
So the women at Beyond Fistula, you guys have just been through so much, and some of the stories that I've heard, like, I've never knew that stuff like that happened in other places and that you guys had to experience such horrors, and what this organization is doing changes lives. There's the confidence and the self-esteem that it brings back to these girls, and it takes them and it teaches them and it gives them education, and it gives them the ability to be able to get back on their feet. Like, it's such a necessity. Like, we need to be doing more. Like, we need to be doing more of this.
These women are shunned and pushed out of their family, and if they were in a relationship or had a husband, they're pushed out of it or abused and being taken advantage of. And it really destroys basically their entire life because they're unable to get an education or do anything that they aspire to do in the future or like at the present. So these women are basically forced to be by themselves without any access to education because no one wants to be in the same room as them. And basically what Beyond Fistula does is that we basically bring in these women and try and teach them like business skills or sewing or something that they're really interested in, and also help them earn back their self-confidence, which is, in my opinion, the most important thing about the program is that we're able to help these women gain their confidence back, which is a really big part of their lives because your confidence can pretty much bring you or help you do anything.
Kwa imani